Scorpios, or whatever you want to call it. And today, okay. Today what we are going to be talking about is that you are safe to transform. Okay. And so I want to touch on what it is that I've been experiencing this week. Because y'all, we had a full moon in Taurus, I believe, and then we also had a lunar eclipse. I am a wholehearted believer in astrology. If you don't believe in astrology, that's fine. Um, but because Taurus is a fixed sign, there was just like a lot of energy, and obviously full moons are for releasing, and so because Taurus is a fixed sign, and basically this full moon was all centered around releasing things that have been like really heavy for you and really like stuck to you. So it's working in that way. I feel like that's why I was experiencing a lot of stuff I was experiencing because obviously I'm gonna also talk about what I experienced this week and why this is a topic because I always have to relate it back to me so you guys understand that you're not alone, what you're going through, right? So what I've been going through this week has just really been like me shedding. It feels like I'm shedding my old skin. Like I feel like how snakes they have like they have to shed their skin or whatever, and like that whole process is like in little pieces, piece by piece. They have to like kind of wiggle around and like whatever. I'm not completely sure on how that works, like how snakes shed their skin, but I have seen a snake go through that process of shedding his skin. And um, oh girl, cut it. From me, I'm gonna tell you to cut your hair every time. Um, so yeah, so I think that that's like the best way I can describe it. I just feel like I have been shedding layers, and it's just been very uncomfortable. And there's been a lot of things that have been coming up for me through this process that I've been going through, of like shedding things, reinventing certain beliefs that I have in my mind, reflecting on certain things that I've been through that have caused me to have certain beliefs. And it has just been very, very, very difficult, y'all. I cried my eyes out. I had to go. I cried, but I was very emotional before I got on live, and I didn't lie to y'all. But I think that gives me even more of a reason to come on here and share what it is that I have been realizing and experiencing, and I feel like what God has been telling me. So, yes, y'all. So that's been a major theme, just me feeling like I'm shedding a certain skin, okay, being very emotional, feeling a lot of heaviness. And so, yeah, I think I have also just been realizing as well with shedding a new skin, it is once the skin comes off, okay, we're still talking metaphorically, once the skin comes off, you're going to be anew. You're going to have a whole new skin. You're going to have the fresh, okay, you know, got the dryness off, you got the scales, you got the new scales, they shine and whatever. And that's what I'm starting to realize. It's like with shedding a new skin, with that discomfort that comes from shedding another skin, releasing old beliefs, releasing old thought patterns, releasing negative experiences, past experiences. While that is very emotional and heavy and draining and whatever, I know that through doing that, I get to flaunt my new skin. I get to have a fresh perspective. I get to have a new way of looking at life. I get to have a new wisdom, a different approach to certain situations. And so that, even still knowing that, it still doesn't take away the fact that you have to grieve that old skin, or you have to grieve the old version of yourself. And I think that that's what I've been doing, just like realizing, like, even though that person, that version of me, those versions of my thoughts that doesn't serve me at this space that I'm in, it's still sad because I'm like, wow, I really was like that. Still, like I was in a place where I accepted certain things, or I was in a place where I was very vulnerable to certain experiences or certain whatever the case is. And it could be different for you completely. It could be, you know, I don't know if this apply for what relates to you, but for me, I'm just like, like, even though those things don't serve me anymore, right? It still is a weird sadness that comes with that because it's like, dang, like that's what I knew, that's all I knew. And so to step out of, oh, this is all I know and to go into something completely foreign and something that you might even want, it still doesn't take away the fact that you have to kind of grieve and like feel like that loss, even though it's not a loss in the grand scheme of things, it still is losing that old version of your thought patterns or that old version of yourself that might not have accepted yourself fully, therefore creating experiences that are not the best for you, whatever it is. Like, it's still a process that you have to go through with accepting that no longer serves you, and it is kind of painful sometimes. Like, I think I was very confused because I'm like, okay, do I want to get better or do I want to grow or do I not? But it's not even about that. Obviously, I think everyone wants to grow, everyone wants to transform, everyone wants to be able to be the best, quote unquote, the best version of themselves. I don't think there's necessarily consider that because it always grows. But everybody wants to be better than they were yesterday. And so, with that being said, when you do become better or when you do kind of feel yourself transforming, it's like, oh my God, wait, this is like new. I didn't think it was gonna be like this, or I didn't think it was gonna come this fast, or I didn't think I was this close, excuse me. I didn't think I was this close. So I'm like, for me it's like a scary like, oh my God, weird, because I am actually starting to reap the benefits of the work that I've been putting in all this time. And so that's what I have been going through, y'all. And it's been a very bittersweet feeling. But I've just been letting myself feel. I've been letting myself really reflect and take my time because that's what's needed. I'm not going to sit and judge myself or beat myself up even more. I already feel some type of way, you know? So I've just been letting myself take that time, and I hope that if you've been experiencing the same thing, you give yourself the time and the space to grieve. Just even if it's not something that you understand, even if it's something that's uncomfortable and that you don't want to do it because you're not going to do it forever. It's necessary because what I want to tell y'all what the message is, okay? Because the message is your faith to transform, right? But one of the little bullet points I got down on my little journal, I'll be writing this stuff down, okay? I put changing into the version of you that you want to be is scary because it's new, but it's happening, okay? And so even if you feel like, oh, I haven't completely arrived, it's literally already happening. So there's going to come a point where you're going to be right where you were striving to be. And it's happening in this present moment. Therefore, it's going to happen sooner than you think. And so I also put down that know that with this transformation, it will also bring you the tools that you need to navigate through new experiences. Because something that I was also kind of like struggling with is like, dang, like, what if I can't handle? Because, you know, when you raise your vibration or you change or you morph into something that's more desirable or more in alignment with what you want, that brings you people, the experiences, the opportunities that you want as well because you're on that same frequency. But that is also kind of intimidating because I guess for me, I just have to say personally, I do kind of sometimes struggle with the fear of success. I don't know what the science behind that is, but I do get nervous when I get things that I worked hard for or when I get things that I want, and it causes me to self-sabotage. So I guess for me, um, just understanding that you can't mess up something that is for you, and if you do feel safe, if you do feel intimidated with, you know, getting closer to being the person, the version of yourself that you want, or you feel fear when it comes to knowing that you're attracting a certain opportunity or you're going to be attracting certain new experiences that you may have always wanted, understand that you're going to have the tools to navigate through that because you spend a lot of time reflecting, doing the work, you know, being kind to yourself, praying. Who knows? Whatever it looks like for you to do work, to do self-work on yourself, spiritual work, emotional work, whatever that looks like for you. Even if you've been going to therapy, that works too. Understand that when you do start to attract what it is that you deserve, really, that's really all it is, okay? When you start to attract what you deserve, you're gonna know how to navigate. You're gonna know how to handle it the proper way. You're gonna understand, okay, I was meant for this. This was meant for me, and it's not gonna be something that is extremely difficult for you to adjust to because it's going to work. And so this is the product if you're doing the work, and that's what you deserve. Okay, and you're worthy of it. And another little bullet point that I have here is you don't have to look back because what you need is here in the present moment as well. So when you do come into this new version of yourself, which is happening, okay? When you come into this new version of yourself, or when you finally manifest what it is that you've been wanting, or whatever the case is, you don't have to feel like, oh, well, this is what I went through, so I don't know if I'm equipped to have this right now. Or, oh, last time this I had this is what happened. You don't have to do that because you went through that for a reason. You came through that for a reason. You came through that because now you have the tools that you need and the wisdom that you need to handle this new situation the right way, or quote unquote the right way, but the way that is the most desirable and in alignment with where you are. And so you don't have to look back and fear that you're gonna fumble. It's the situation that you're gonna fumble the bag, you're gonna whatever. You don't have to do that because you already came through something that whether messed it up or whatever, it didn't work out or whatever, it didn't go the way that you wanted it to go. You already went through that. You already understood, okay, this is what happened, this is what I did here, this is what I want to do moving forward. Therefore, when that new situation comes and you have the opportunity to try again, or you have the opportunity to just be happy or at peace or whatever the case is, know that you can enjoy that moment and you can really be grateful in that time, in that space, because you already went through what you need to go through. You already did the work, and you are deserving of what it is that you are attracting, okay, and where you are, and it's good, and you're good in the place that you are, okay? Because I think for me, when I have certain things or when I have a new experience, I get nervous. This last time this happened, so what's that happen again? Or last time this happened, so I don't know that I trust myself with this certain situation, but you don't have to do that because everything that you are experiencing, every blessing, opportunity, person, job, friend, whatever that comes into your life is a new chance, okay? And even if it don't work or it don't go the way that you want it to go, you're there for a reason, and know that you can take a lesson and apply it to a new experience after, of course, after you do the work, after you move on and, do the stuff. But understand that there is no right and wrong. Like, everybody's gonna make mistakes. You're gonna have times when you don't feel worthy, maybe you feel like, I don't know that I can handle this at this time, but understand that it's still gonna happen for you. So it's better to be prepared and to, get yourself in the mindset of like, okay, I got this. Even if things go differently than I want, I know that it's gonna still put me in. Okay. So I would say also, as it pertains to the past, we just went over like you don't have to look back at your past and finally you come into a new space or an opportunity that you've always wanted. But you can use the past to reflect on what it is that you want to do differently and know, okay, know that what is to come is way better than what you've been through, okay? And that's the sound that. I feel like our past can be a guide, but at the same time, if it's our past is not in alignment with where it is that we want to be, because it ain't game anyway. So I think that we should reflect on our past. It is a great tool for us to understand, who we are and how far we've come. Maybe not even necessarily who we are, but mostly how far we've come. And so I think it could just stay there at that. Because back there doesn't really have what we need. What we need and whatever is in the present moment. Quick flip looking back at the past, it can be sometimes it is necessary to reflect on the past and understand, where it is that you are now, what you might want to do different, whatever. But you don't have to stay there. You don't have to live there. You should live here in the present moment because that's where everything is. Because this is where we are. This is what we're living in, right? So, yeah, that is majority of what I really wanted to convey. Of course, y'all know I got support cards for y'all. Y'all didn't pull before the live, okay? So, I am going to read them off to you, and I'll read the messages from the book. So, I pulled from, all right, y'all. So, the first card that I pulled was from the Self Love Oracle deck. This is by Janet Shee. So, the first card that I pulled, though, is Create. Okay, in the bottom, y'all, it says, everyone has the ability to create a life of joy. It is our birthright to manifest our desires, our hopes, and our dreams. Now, you cannot tell me that is not exactly what I've been saying for the past few weeks, okay? But, okay, let me read the second one first, and then I'll tell you guys my kind of interpretation of that. And then, so I pulled from the Work Your Life Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell, okay? And so it says, mirror what is triggering you, who or what is triggering you, what it says at the bottom, okay? And so for this first card, I'm going to read the definition that's from the book first, and then I will let you guys know what I think. Okay, so it says, each of us was put into this earth to leave or create some kind of impact on it and the people around us in the present moment and in the future. This impact is more powerful when we consciously choose what we create and how we influence others. How do you wish to show up in this world? How do you wish to be remembered? This conscious choosing gives us increasing control over our own lives and the legacy we leave behind. Most of us underestimate what we are capable of doing. But even small gestures like smiling at strangers, giving a heartfelt compliment, giving a handmade token, cooking for someone, or just tidying up our spaces can have a bigger effect beyond our knowing and understanding. Small gestures are the building blocks that create a more loving and beautiful world. If our abilities and talents extend to a larger audience, perhaps through a chef, an event planner, a dancer, a musician, or an artist, then it is even more important to do these joyful things. These are all gifts that become bigger when shared, inspiring the joy of creation in others too. When was the last time you engaged your imagination with joyful pursuits? Start working on your creative projects today, whether it's big or small. The scope of your plan doesn't really matter. It only matters that you do it. Period. I love this card, and it's so beautiful. Like, the lady in this card is pregnant. And normally, when it comes to like pregnancy, like the symbolism or like the spiritual meaning of pregnancy could also be new endeavors. It could mean like fertility as far as like just new ideas, okay? So period, okay? And then, so for this card, this mirror, who or what is triggering you, I'm going to look at the booklet. Mommy can't find it. Mommy can't find it. Not me, not being able to find it. Okay, here we go. So it says, the filter of our own experience is how we experience life 90% of the time through our projections. When someone reminds us of an unhealed experience, we get triggered. Often, it's an unconscious thing. People and situations can trigger our mirrors to reflect back to us what we believe to be true about life, the universe, and ourselves. Mirrors pointing to our shadow and our light. Mirrors revealing the parts of us that are yet to be accepted, witnessed, or loved. This card is guiding you to closely at what the experiences or people are currently triggering in you and what they could be mirroring back to you. When have you felt like this before? Could they be opportunities to heal something in you, or are they shining a light on something that longs opportunities to heal something in you, or are they shining a light on something that longs to be witnessed in you? So that, okay? So it says, this goes for the good and the bad. The good, those who we admire and put on a pedestal. If we do not realize that we are attracted to them because we are like them, we will need to cut them down in order to rise to their level. The bad, those we despise, are envious of, and put down. If we do not realize that they trigger something in us, then it is still yet healed, and we will remain hurt and wounded ourselves. Okay, it says, for the little questions, it says, who or what is triggering you? What is it in you that they are triggering, and what part of you belongs to be witnessed? And that's that. To me, this part go hand in hand with like the message today, because I feel like with this, it's speaking on manifesting your desires, right? And your hopes and your dreams, and the ability to create a life of joy in everything that you want. We were talking about this for the past couple of weeks, that you're worthy and deserving and capable of creating the life that you want, right? And today we spoke on how even when you're getting closer to that, it can be a little bit uncomfortable, it can be a little bit scary. But no, you're still doing it, and it's still happening for you, and you deserve it, okay? And that's what I got from that. And for this, I've been triggered all week, if we're being honest. And just being mindful of knowing that your experiences, the people you come in contact with, people you love, don't like, dislike, whatever, those are mirrors of what is within you, right? And so when you can acknowledge that, you can come closer to not only yourself, but to your surroundings, because you realize that everything around you is connected to you in some way or some certain way, shape, or form, okay? And I feel like that pertains to like this whole theme of like transformation, because in order to transform, you have to be aware of your triggers. You have to be aware of why you're triggered, of what it is within you that needs to still be healed, or that is amazing about you. Like just being aware of all the different parts of yourself and understanding that, you know, what it is that you might not want or that you're getting rid of, it's already going. Like just you being acknowledging that, it's already, that is the first step to getting closer to the version of yourself that you want to be. So yeah, y'all, this is real cute. I like that. I really like that. Okay, and so y'all, I want you to know I'm so grateful for everybody that has joined me today. I'm so happy to be on this live. Like I said, I was very emotional earlier, and I just hope that this touches at least one person. And I want you to know that you're not alone in what it is that you're going through, okay? You are safe, okay? You are safe to transform. You will transform into the best version of yourself, because it's already happening in this present moment, and you're closer than you realize, okay? I want you to know that you are so close to getting everything that it is that you desire. Keep doing the work, keep being consistent with yourself, keep taking care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit. And I love you so, so much. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'm so grateful again for you taking time out to be with me, to watch, listen. Hope I touched you in some ways. And yes, know that you are so close. You're so close to where it is that you want to be. And even when you feel like it's overwhelming and it's too much, just come back to the present moment, ground yourself, know that you are exactly where you need to be, and everything that you need is in this present moment. No